Is the signature gathering going?
I think it's going very well. I think we're on target. We're probably going to come in a little bit over, but we're not taking anything for granted. You want to have as many cushion signatures as you can possibly have in case there's anything wrong with the other signatures. So I think we're going to be in good shape, but I don't want to discourage people from coming out today.
And now that people are taking back their signatures,
I've heard some of that, and we'll have to check some of that. I don't know how many and how much it's going to matter in the grand scheme of things. I mean, if you come down and put your signature on one, it's pretty obvious that you know what you're doing and you know what you're there to sign. I don't know why you want to take it back.
well, there have been claims by the other side that there have been a lot of lies being told by people.
You know, that's what they keep saying, but I don't hear what these lies are. They never give me examples of what they are. They just say the other side's lying, the other side's lying. I hear them saying the 44% is one of them, and they say 8%. Well, if you look over the first year, 8% is right, but if you look over the multi-year aspect of it, from now till the time it's finished, the 44% increase.
Also, my question is a process one. The city council decided to do this, overrode the veto.
Right.
Why are we basically trying to go over what the city council decided to do?
Because that's our constitutional right. We have a right to petition the government if they make a decision we think is wrong. And that's what we're doing. We're just saying let the people decide. It shouldn't be a far-reaching, encompassing decision like this, mandating payroll increases. Something this large should be voted on by the majority of the people and not just the members of the council.
And the other question I have, it has to do with its policy question.
Sure.
We basically have a minimum wage that puts people on welfare. Doesn't it make sense to raise the minimum wage to keep people out of the welfare rolls?
Well, that's if you think that people are supposed to be raising their family on minimum wage. Most of minimum wage jobs are teenage kids, people who are just entering the workforce, learning a skill and moving their way up the ladder. What bothers me the most about this is when government tries to convince people, hey look, you're supposed to be able to raise a family on minimum wage, and the only way to get a pay increase is to look to government. I want people to look inside, they go prove what they're worth, they work hard like the majority of us did, and suddenly you don't see minimum wage again.
Yeah,
you know, but I started at a minimum wage job, every member of that council started at a minimum wage job, but they worked their way out of it and they no longer are on minimum wage, they're making much more.
Yeah, but right now, the restaurant industry alone, the fast food industry, is costing the American people $3.8 billion a year.
How so?
Basically in welfare. Because they have to we have to pay them things like CalFresh, things like that.
So that's if you're assuming they're not making tips.
I'm talking about Walmart and
oh, Walmart, I thought you said restaurant.
No, I'm talking about people who work at places like McDonald's. And that is $3.8 billion with a B.
Right, and a lot of people who work there either learn their skill and move on forward, or they find a different job. To make people think that you're supposed to support a family flipping burgers is not where it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be telling people, look, learn some of those skills, take what you learned, move up the chain. That's the way we've always done it, and that's the way it should be. Don't let government tell you you can't do it and look to me to define your worth. And by the way, there's an election coming up, vote for me.
Thank you.
You bet, anytime.